Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while since I've been on, so I thought I'd better come on and do a book haul video for you and for myself because I enjoy doing them and having a look at the books with you. So I found a little pile today. I just cleaned out my car of all the books that I've been just throwing in the boot. So I have a haul for you today, and then I'll probably have another one next Friday if all goes well. So we'll get on with that. Don't mind if you hear a voice in the background. We've all got our doors open at the moment because it's quite a warm day. And my son likes yelling at his friends on the computer. So, all right, the first one I've got is this Family Life and Health Encyclopedia. Now, I was given a whole set of these, heaps of books. I think there's 10, 20 books in the set. But some of the pictures that were on the front were quite amusing. So I thought I'd go through these because I think there'll be some good fodder for collaging. Of course, I keep the start and end pages. I use them a lot. If you've been watching me, you know I use them all the time and you probably get sick of hearing about it. The coloured pages in the books and then the blank pages in books I use heaps and heaps. These would have to be 70s, are they? Yeah, 1970. Good guess that was. Don't mind if there are any naked people. It happens. Oh, look. It's even got some beautiful pictures of animals in that and some old illustrations. So, yeah, there's a fair bit of good stuff in these, I think. Pictures of hands and that, which I like using for collaging. So I will have a lot of fun going through and harvesting these. I think it's a job I should get done pretty quick just to get the bulk down and not have so many books sitting around. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff to find in them. They're cool. There's also probably a few bits and pieces I'd use in journals as well. I also got gifted a set of these wonderful World of Knowledge Disney books. Now, I don't know how many of these I've already harvested, and when I was offered them, I'm like, oh no. But I have been going through, and again, I have found some good pages for journals, but I also find some good pages for collaging, and there are stacks and stacks of these cartoon illustrations. Now, I have been keeping those, a pile of them I have, which I won't use. So I don't know why I do it. But I think I will probably pass them on in the future in some way or another because I think they're too much fun to just throw out. And some of them would be really cool fussy cut and used in people's journals and that. But yeah, heaps cool pictures. As I said, something like this, great for collaging. But there's also themed pictures and that I could use in my journals at times. Although I've probably got about 10 of each picture now, the way I've been going. Yeah, some cool stuff. I love that juicer. So that's another set that I'll try and harvest pretty quick. I also got 4 of these. They're encyclopedias of the animal world. These are 82. And same as above, you know, great for my journals and for collaging. That is very cool. I'll definitely use that for a collage. Love budgies. I was in the pet store the other day while my dog was getting groomed and they had a few different parrots and some budgies and that there, and I had to talk to every one of the birds. They must have thought I was mad. I nearly come home with one too. Although my son would kill me because he hates the noise. But yes, there was a beautiful one there. So yeah, some great pictures. I'd love to fussy cut this one out. So they'll be a heap of fun to go through as well. I've been organising my collage pages at the moment. It's a massive job, really trying to knuckle down and organise my paper storage from my books. Yeah, it'll make life a lot easier for me when I do that. Look at the illustration too. It's funny with these books because you open them up and you think, oh, you know, they're not the best pictures and that, but there's always one or two pages that have the most glorious illustrations. So always worth a look at. So that'll be a lot of fun on a nice wet day to go through those. There was this Reader's Digest Motoring Guide to Australia. I try not to get atlases and map books anymore because I do have enough. I've got one shelf that's pretty full of them, and I've tried to just keep the nice vintage ones mostly. I do have the Reader's Digest ones that have the map pages, which are brown, and I love the colour. And when I looked in this one, it was a similar story. This one is 88, but when I looked in there, beautiful colours for backgrounds for collaging. I like the length of them to make envelopes, but there were also these pink street maps and that. And I really love those. So I've had to keep this one. What I probably should do is just go through this sort of thing and take about 10 of each sort of style of page to keep rather than having to keep the whole lot. So I might have to go through my map shelf and do that sort of thing. This is the cross stitch house. So I used to do cross stitch. I don't do it much anymore. Too time consuming and fiddly for me. Although I do keep small patterns because I think that'd be great to make ephemera for journals or put on the covers. This looks quite new, this one. Hasn't been used much. But I also just like to look through them because I get ideas for smaller cross stitches, or some of the pages are nice to use for collaging or in a journal as well. 1994. These are really cool. They're card ones. So I'd probably keep that as a pattern. Wouldn't want to do one much bigger than that these days. But yeah, they are quite cool and fun. So I'll probably go through and harvest the pages I want to use. But yeah, sometimes I just cut out the picture because a lot of the time they're in frames or whatever, and I can use the frame in a collage as well. Or with this, I could use the knives, a plate of peaches in a collage. But again, it's quite a nice little pattern there. Beautiful book. If it's a book that has a fair bit in it that I'd sort of like to try and do, I'll put it up with my craft books for my personal collection. Nice shell cross stitches. Oh, I like this with the clowns. That's pretty cool. Do them individually. The ducks. Well, there's some chooks. So yeah, there's a fair bit in that one. It might end up in my personal collection. Next, there is this Dogs and Puppies kids book. 1982, and I just thought some of the pictures would be great to fussy cut, as they're very cute illustrations. That's what mine is, Jack Russell, although she has the wire fur, the longer fur. There were some little golden books, 20 Scrawny Lion. This one is 1952. It must be updated. 1980, there we go. I won't flip through it. I'm sure you've seen that one. I don't think I have this one or seen it ever. Forest Hotel, a counting story. That's the 8th printing, 1978. I want to have a quick look at that one. Cute pictures. Yeah, very cute. Quite like that one. It's a soft cover, that one. The Saggy Baggy. It's quite a newer one. 74, it says. The Night Before Christmas. The cover's a bit not in the best condition, so I might just use the pages. 1977. Someone's gone to their faces with some text by the looks. some pencil there, so I'll see what I can clean up. Otherwise, I'll just keep some of the good pages, I think, for ephemera, which is fine. That's why I grab them, even when they're trashed like this. Use the pages. Hansel and Gretel. It's a beautiful book, that one. Pictures by Eloise Wilkins. Wilkins. I always say Wilkins, but it's Wilkin. 1982. Just beautiful children. This is Hop Little Kangaroo. I don't have this one either. It's not in very good condition. 1975, third print. And then Baby Animals, the cover is disgusting. It's a soft cover, so even the pages aren't very good. So I think we'll just maybe fussy cut some bits out of this one. Oh, that's cute. Actually, I'm going to rip that out, just in case I decide to put it in my son's journal, which never gets done. I grabbed these out of the recycling because the metal shouldn't go in the paper bin, paper skip that they go in. So I bring them home and just take the coils out. But then I had a look, and the pages are all these cool colours. I don't really care about the theme much, but I thought the colour paper would be great to use. And then I thought, well, they're probably, you know, a lot of Elvis's stuff was the 60s, so I might use them in my retro journal, the pages, as backgrounds and that. And then I come across another one that I didn't know I grabbed, so yeah, that's what I'll use those for. There was this Amazing Ant Sparkle book. It's got your sparkly foil in it. I take the pages apart and keep the foil to use, so I will do that with this and recycle the rest. Grab this dust cover because I really like the colours on it. It's Susan's Helping Hand. There's a Ladybug book in really bad condition. The Enormous Turnip. But the pictures are so cool that I have to grab it anyway. This is 1970. I love the pictures in these. I've got a bit of a collection of them at the moment. The next book I grabbed was this English Antiques, The Age of Elegance, 1700s to 1830. Don't mind the motorbike going past. Was gifted in 81. Copyright 75. So I have a lot of antique books here that I cut the pictures out for glue booking. They're really good for fussy cut pictures and that. Now I love these little circular frames. They're very cool. Things like this, you get some awesome pictures out of them, which I used to think was boring and that for the journals and that, but for glue booking, it's great fun to use some of this. I mean, if you're doing a vintage journal, some of these pictures would be good because they're in the black and white. Things like that I love. So I will harvest the bits I want out of this. This is 100 Great Wonders of the World. Now this pile I'm showing you at the moment is mostly for my glue booking. This one is 2005 reprint. But yeah, some great colour pictures in that I can use. These would be fun to play around with for the collaging. Look at that. Some heaps cool bits and pieces. So, this one probably has so much in it that I'll just keep it as it is in my bookcase. Look, got a receipt. Might be for the book. Anatomy Atlas of and Great Wonder. Great Wonder, $39.95. This cost new. But yeah, there's some really cool pictures in this. Looking forward to getting some bits out of that. Although while I was sorting out all the pages that I've already harvested for collaging, I was getting so inspired. I must go through them again and start putting some together in a folder when I have time. There was an Essay Life magazine. So Essay Life for South Australia, the state that I live in. Thinking maybe I should put this one aside and make this my next. Yeah, I think this will be fun. I started that series, which is Harvest and Glue. I might actually put this one, leave it on my desk maybe, and use this for my next round of Harvest and Glue video/essays. So sometimes I just do one collage out of the book, but sometimes I do more. I'll probably get more than one out of that. So I might put that aside and try and remember to use that for my next one. This is Seesaw, Connections Between Japanese Art Then and Now. Again, I thought this might be good for collaging. So I'll go through and harvest any of the bits and pieces that I think I might like to use. There's some really cool art in here. Look at that, gorgeous. And then there were two Better Homes and Gardens. No, there was one Better Homes and Gardens. The other one is an Australian House and Garden. This is a home improvement book. It looks like the 80s or something, but you get nice rooms and, you know, the frames and couches and all that you can use for your collaging. So I like this sort of thing. So it's full of pages too. The utensils. So I'll go through and grab out any of the rooms that appeal to me or the little individual pieces that I might like to use. And then the same with this one. They're huge books. I like magazines, but they are big ones. Again, some nice big pictures of rooms, which are great as backgrounds. And I did just show one of these a few weeks ago, I think. Love the cover on this one. The Scottish clans and their tartans. So I managed to find another one of those. Gorgeous little cover to reuse to make a little book. It'd be a shame to cover this one at all, so I might have to make, you know, a book on that theme, maybe. Some writing in it, but that's all right. I love these adverts too. Very cool little book. More adverts at the back. And then you've got the pictures of the tartans and what clan they belong to and some information about them. Very, very cool. I have to look that one up, I think. This is the Yates Garden Guide. Oh, I had a collection of these, but I had to harvest them and get some of the bulk down because it's ridiculous having as many as I did. But I am really drawn to these retro pictures. So I did keep a lot of those. Might have to use some one day. That is just gorgeous. The colours, I just love them. So that'd probably be 70s too. But I mean, they still make these now, I think, so they've been going forever. First published 65. This one is a 75 reprint. Always grab this sort of thing. The Illustrated Encyclopedia of Animal Life. This one is Invertebrates and Insects, so that's cool. Some nice coloured pages there, nice matte ones. And then, like a lot of the photos in the 70s there, some of them are quite blurry, you know, and really not usable. These are great matte pages though, and the illustrations in the black and white are really nice. Just definitely use those. Yeah, they're gorgeous. That's neat. Sorry about the creepy crawlies. So yeah, this will be a good one to harvest pretty quickly. Ooh, that's nice. Found this one today, The Lady of the Blue Beads. Um, 1987 reprint. So I turned the pages a bit and I saw one of the coloured illustrations and just had to grab it. But we've got the black and whites as well. But look at the coloured illustrations, they are so pretty. Looks like there's some poetry in there. Fairies. So absolutely beautiful illustrations in that one. And then the last book I found was this, my picture book of diesel and steam trains. And again, the pictures are beautiful. The writing's very neat there. To Brian from Nana and Pop. Yeah, love these pictures. 1960, this one. It's not many pages, but every one of them has a beautiful picture on it. So that is it for this book haul. As I said, I hope to have another one for you next Friday, so keep an eye out on that one. I've got a fair few again to get through. So take care of yourselves, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.